Ladies, gentlemen, is your partner slightly toxic, a little disappointing, and overall low-key cringe? Well, I hate to break it to you, but that's not your partner. That's actually been my life for the past 2 months. Alright y'all, so basically, now my life hasn't been perfect. No one's life is perfect. And I had a lot of ups and downs in these past 2 months, but most of it was filled with downs, which is great. However, I am a positive person, as you all know from my Q&A video, and I learned a lot about myself. So if you're wondering, well, Leia, what kind of bad things could have happened to you? And just to name a few without giving away too much, I basically made a situation a lot more worse than it was, and it was very, very bad. So another thing that happened was something I worked really, really hard for, and I was really hoping to get. I did not get it. And it's not a materialistic thing, by the way. Also, another thing, I sprained my ankle as well. That I was walking down some stairs on my phone, which is immediately a red flag, and I didn't see my step was there, like it literally just popped out of nowhere, and I fell, I rolled my ankle, and it hurt like a bitch for the next 3 days. And okay, y'all, I know all of these problems sound really not problematic, but there have been a lot of other things in my life that have occurred, which, again, I'm not gonna say because that is not the point of the video. Alright, now you're probably wondering now, Leia, why are you telling me all this negative stuff in your life? Okay, Dad. Probably wondering, why am I telling you all this negative stuff in my life? Well, the reason why I'm telling you this is not because I want to throw a freaking pity party for myself. It's because I learned a lot from those experiences, and I've seen a lot of positive outcomes since all of those instances have occurred. And basically, if you can't tell from the title of this video, I'm gonna tell you guys how to love your life when it is in complete dog shit. So I'm gonna use some of the instances that I mentioned earlier that happened in my life that wasn't so great, just to use as an example to show you guys how I grew from it and how I learned from it. So number 1, know that everything happens for a reason. So in my Q&A video, I told you that was like my mantra, right? And when I'm in a shitty situation and I'm thinking, what the hell did I do to deserve this, right? And how am I gonna get through this? I always think to myself that, well, there's a reason why I'm here. And whatever that reason is, sometimes I'll never know, but whatever it is, you're not hurting for nothing. I was always like wondering, like, what did I do to, deserve this? Well, why am I feeling all this pain? Like, maybe if I did that different, maybe this wouldn't have happened, okay? Well, listen, all right? You can't change the past. Stop trying to think of what ifs or, what could be and stuff like that, because you can't change it anymore. So therefore, you just have to deal with it. And that's something that was really hard for me to just understand and accept, was that I just have to deal with the shit I put myself in. It's okay when, things just don't go your way, and yeah. You wanna know why it's okay? Because again, you can't do anything about it because it happened. Now I know I sound kind of bitchy right now, but it's true, and it's what my parents have taught me. Again, if you can't change what has already happened, then there's no point in there's no point in dwelling, and you just have to remember that everything happens for a reason. You're not suffering for nothing. And, once you get over this obstacle or pile of dog shit in your life, then, you'll see a positive outcome, and I 100% guarantee you that. Alright, so this is probably the hardest step I'm going to mention, but it's accepting where you are right now. I'm not talking about accepting who you are and, where you live, and no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about accepting the situation that you're currently in that you don't like. So an example again of my life is pretty recently, it was on campus. I worked really hard to try to get this certain position, and it didn't work out. And I was really sad because I was ready to like give my all for this position. But the person who did get it is actually a really good friend of mine, so I'm really glad he got it. Definitely deserved it. But it's the initial feeling of rejection and hurt that really made me feel like I was a loser, not gonna lie. Because this thing meant a lot to me. I have to give a shout out to actually a lot of my friends who helped me get through that, because this literally happened like last week. The main thing that they told me was, just move on. Like moving on, it's really it's easier said than done. And the way I did that was just really thinking about the great things in my life. I thought about, hey, I'm going to California for spring break. That's fucking awesome. Or like, I'm 20 and my life hasn't even begun yet. Like, it's about to begin. I'm about to go on this really huge roller coaster of life, and it's going to be awesome, I hope. But yeah, summary of that is just move on. And the way you move on is just by focusing on the great things in your life. And don't you dare say, Leah, there aren't any great things in my life, because let me tell you, there's always something good in your life. Sources of things that make you happy can range from a lot of things. It can range from, that one friend you can always count on, or it can range from that hot dog vendor across the street that always says good morning to you. It could be your dog, it could be food. I know for me, it's definitely food, because food is always there for me. It will never go away unless there's an apocalypse, but even then, we could just eat each other.
What the fuck?
I'm kidding. Did you hear that, Mom? I'm kidding. Yeah, no guys, don't eat each other, please. God, no. But in all seriousness, guys, there's happiness all around you. Jokes aside, for me, it's knowing that every time I go home, I get to see my lovely grandmother, knowing that I can cook pretty damn well. I can make a mean lemon parmesan gnocchi. I can do that. You have to at least see one positive thing in your life, or just anything in general, in order to keep going. And you're just never gonna survive, at least in today's society, by not thinking or finding a silver lining, because nowadays it's very essential, more so than it ever has been before. So yeah, just accept it, move on, and find that silver lining. Boom, done. Number 3, just know that life can be a lot worse. It's something we always overlook, because whenever we're in a circumstance where we've never experienced something like this before, which is why it makes it bad, or just in a place where, we don't know how we're gonna bounce back from it, we tend to not realize that there are people in a lot worse situations that you're facing. For example, I could have, when I was walking down those stairs, when I had my phone in my hand, I could have literally broken my ankle. So if you're facing a circumstance that really isn't great for you, just think of some other possible way that whatever you're facing could be worse. Use that comparison as motivation. Be like, yo, this is actually not that bad. If I freaking cracked my head open, then I'd be in the hospital for a very long time. But I'm not. I just sprained my ankle, and it only hurt for like 3 days, and I was fine. So you know what? Like, I'm gonna stop bitching about this. I'm gonna try to do something to get out of whatever I'm in, and my life will be great again. Right, Mom? Do you have anything to add?
Yeah, here's a funny thing. So you could be running late for a birthday party, and you were the one who was in charge of the cake. So you're running down the staircase, you fall, sprain your ankle, but the cake is intact.
You're right.
So that is your silver lining.
Has that happened to you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, stuff like that could happen. So just know that life can be what, Mom? No, a lot worse.
Oh, sorry.
Number 4, spending time with people that genuinely make you happy. Again, circling back to what my mom said, that life isn't so bad because you're focusing on the great things in life, and the great things in life can be those people. Now, an example time! I'm using the previous example I mentioned about me not getting the thing I really wanted. So right after that incident, I was crying quite a lot, but luckily my friend was there at the time when it happened. So I texted him and I was like, yo, like, you know, I'm a mess, like this hurts so much and all that stuff. And he was like, where are you? And I was like, I'm here at the train station. So we met up and, you know, it was really nice because he helped calm me down first and foremost. And he just told me really great things that my mom always told me, you know, and like when you're young, you don't really listen to your parents much because, you know, you feel like they nag you all the time, right? But when you hear it from a friend, from someone who isn't your mom, it makes you realize, wow, what your mom said was right. And wow, this friend is really wise, you know? So, no. But yeah, then like right after I met up with him, then my other friend reached out to me and I went to her apartment. I also cried a little bit, but not too much. And then, you know, once they all found out basically I didn't get that position, they all reached out to me and they all made me feel really, really good and a lot better. Again, wrap it up, spend time with people that genuinely bring the best in you and that make you happy. All right, guys, so those are all my 4 steps to guarantee you at least a little bit of happiness whenever you're feeling like you're just at rock bottom in your life. Now we're getting to the portion where I'm just going to do, you know, just a little bit of an update of my life. So I'm leaving for California on I forgot, but I'm leaving this Saturday and yeah, I'm gonna try to shoot a whole vlog there. You know, I really want you guys to, you know, see what I'm at, see all the Instagram worthy places I'm gonna go. But it's gonna be really fun. I'm going with my best friend and she's never been. So if you guys don't know, I'm also originally from California, if you didn't see my Q&A video. And another thing too is, guys, I'm at a pretty good place right now, I'd say so. You know, I briefly touched upon it in my Q&A video where I was kind of just in this, I used to be in this little bubble where just not good. But I think that now I don't really see myself going back to that place ever again because everything I went through has made me so much stronger as a person, mentally and emotionally, that I really do think, guys, these 4 steps that I just told you really will help you. And today, so tomorrow is my birthday, and my mom is making me a really nice big lasagna. It's like my favorite thing she makes, so I'm super excited about that. And instead of a birthday cake, I actually requested my dad's chocolate chip cookies and making ice cream cookie sandwiches. Oh, those are so good. I'm telling you guys, the key to my heart, or the key to happiness for anything in my life, is food. I love food. But yeah, so I've been living a pretty good life. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know this was kind of like all over the place. I incorporated 2 different ideas together, but I just thought it'd be fair for you guys to know an update on my life and just to know what I've really been thinking in the past 2 months. Thanks for watching, and until California, I'll see you then.